I said this in season 1, I'll say it again. I love the Outer Banks. We used to go on vacation there all the time, and this was a huge hit for Netflix last year. Is season 2 as good? Let's talk about it. What is up, Netflix fans? Welcome back to the channel. We're talking every single movie and show on Netflix I can talk about, and today is season 2 of Outer Banks, the breakout show last summer on Netflix. I can't believe it's already back, and we have 10 episodes, each episode clocking in an hour apiece to talk about, and I want to say thank you to Netflix for providing early screeners. I've been able to watch it over the past week, and let me tell you, there's a lot to talk about. Spoiler-free, though, in this video. So after their near-death escape, Season 2 finds John B. and Sarah on the run and in over their heads in the Bahamas. New friends also bring new foes as they're back on the trail of gold, while the stakes for Kiara, Pope, and JJ rapidly escalate at home. The $400 million is still in the game, but will the uncovering of a newfound secret reunite the group for a fresh mission? And this time around, we're doing the thing that sequel series or sequel movies often do. We're kind of splitting the team up just a bit more, but we're also introducing new characters, fleshing out storylines that we didn't get to see last season, and expanding upon some of the absolutely insane things that happened in that final episode in season 1. A final episode that really sucked me into the series even more so than I already was. And I will say this, I liked season 1. Maybe I didn't love it as much as everyone else, but I was really excited for some reason going into season 2 because I thought this had the opportunity to just go bigger, but more importantly, go more in depth with our characters. Not only our heroes, which again are split up this time around, we know that going in, so not necessarily a spoiler, but also Rafe and Ward. And now that those revelations have come to light with Ward, we get to see the character that we always kind of knew he would be, but man, some of the decision-making in this season and some of the things that happen, and our trio, not John B. and Sarah, but Kiara, JJ, and Pope, they are on a mission to kind of prove that John B. is innocent, prove that he didn't do what everyone around town seems to think that he did do. Not only are they having trouble proving it to those around them, but going beyond that, the police officers, the sheriff, it is such a difficult task trying to get a point across to a lot of adult characters in this show. They just don't want to listen to the kids. Whether it's a parent or a sheriff or whoever they're trying to prove a point to, get something from as fast as possible, I'm sitting back going, all right, it's somebody, anybody, want to listen to these kids. Pope is making an excellent point. You're just shooing him away because he's young. It's not fair. Then we go to John B. and Sarah's side of things. Very different location this time around. We're exploring the Outer Banks? OOBX? No. But my goodness, what they get themselves into. In the second episode, something happens. It was a decision that I could not believe that they were in the process of making. It was tragic, and it gave Chase Stokes, who plays John B., the chance to showcase so much emotion. And he did a great job in season 1, absolutely. But again, with this season 2, we're expanding on everything. The story, it's getting more intense. It's getting more action-packed. We still have the treasure hunt, and that's the core story of the first 5 episodes. The second batch of episodes, we get a bit of a different story, a new mission, if you will, that comes to light. And while it's still a treasure hunt, we almost forget that we're trying to prove John B.'s innocence. So part of me wished that would have stayed integral to the second half, but another part of me was sitting back saying, I like what they're doing here. It was interesting, and they take enough time to flesh out so many different story arcs and characters and moments that I am absolutely okay with this being 10 episodes. Now, were a few episodes maybe a bit lengthy? Yes, I had that issue in season 1. I have it again in season 2. And it is a show where, you kind of look at the characters' actions, and for me, it's the decision-making. This is why they're getting themselves into so many pickles, if you will. Do kids still say that? Into a pickle? Now, granted, this probably would have been like 4 episodes. If people would have just stopped doing silly things, then we wouldn't have had a season 2. So part of me is glad that they did those silly things. And I get it. The anger, you're trying to prove a point, or you're trying to get a point across, and you're not being able to do that. So you make a drastic decision. And you also have Ward, especially Rafe, who is just a loose cannon. Oh my goodness. You talk about a character who is just going off of his or her hinges in this season, and that's exactly who that is. So giving us a bit more time did allow us for possibilities to, breathe a little bit of life into people that we didn't see in the first season. We also get a few new characters, some tag-alongs when it comes to John B. and Sarah's journey, someone that they run into, a doctor character. I'm trying not to go into detail. It's very difficult show like this because there's so much that happens and so many cliffhangers. Every episode is a cliffhanger, and to not talk about that specifically really limits me. But again, we could save a spoiler review for another time. But as of right now, I just want to tell you guys, listen, if you watched season 1 and you enjoyed season 1, or if you loved it, like I know a lot of people did, you're going to watch season 2, you're going to see some of these decisions, and some of them may baffle you, especially one moment in season 2, one moment in season 3, it felt like they just kept happening. But I feel like you're loving this world so much that you're just going to be so invested. And someone like me who liked season 1, but was able to really come around on season 2 because the expansion, the writing, all of it is so fluid. And even look at like the color correction, a very yellow look to season 1. That's there in season 2, but they almost do away with that. That feels progressive, like they're moving the story forward both visually and with the script. So details aside, Outer Banks season 2 was a lot of fun. And this is just one of those shows that nails its target audience. It has in both seasons, but season 2 especially is such a great, thrilling coming-of-age story with a nice amount of intensity in there. And I have a feeling fans of the first season, you're going to watch this, you're going to get a lot out of it, and maybe be blown away by some of these choices. So before I give you my score, who is your favorite character from the Outer Banks? Is it John B? Is it Pope? Is it Kiara? Is it Sarah? Rose? Ward? Is it Rafe? And if you guys want to see a spoiler review from me, be sure to drop your thumbs up down below. I'll definitely do it if you guys are interested. But as of now, this season is lengthy, but it expands this story in a way that feels satisfying and fun. And I'm going a solid 75% for season 2. The Outer Banks, it is back, and it is packing a punch in season 2. And this story has never been more thrilling or entertaining or action-packed or unexpected. A lot of words that I could use for season 2, but I need to know down below, how did you feel? Did you feel the length of the episodes? My only real criticism with season 2, it's just a long show. But again, you don't have to binge it like I did. You could spread it out. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. More reviews later today. See you soon.